Santos is president of CNN Chile. He joins me now on the phone. Rolando, good to hear from you. What can you tell us about damage and what you're hearing?
Well, the situation started a little after 3:30 this morning, about 3:40 or so. There was a violent shaking in Santiago, no question about it. I literally got knocked out of bed and onto the floor, and it was pretty clear because of the length of the earthquake that it was going to be a major earthquake. The city almost immediately went dark. I mean, looking out from the balcony of my apartment, everything went black. And the earthquake lasted, at least for the part where I was awake, a good 45 seconds to almost a minute. So you can imagine the intensity of the shock. And I've lived in San Francisco and been through some quakes in San Francisco and California, and this was one of the worst. Driving into the CNN Chile headquarters here, the city was virtually dark. I saw a lot of facades. I didn't see any collapsed buildings, although we have reports of that. Keep in mind that, of course, it happened about 3:40 in the morning local time, so it's a little difficult to see what was going on. The quake itself was located about 100 kilometers north of the town of Concepcion. Concepcion is the second largest city in the region, and it was felt all the way from Concepcion as far away as Argentina.
What have you heard, Rolando, as far as officials giving any accounts of any casualties? Are there any initial reports?
Yes, we are. We just, in fact, I just got a tape that came in from the Office of Emergency Services. The president is there, and she is saying that the earthquake was a 8.3 on the Richter scale. We still use the Richter scale down here, or a grade 9 on the Macaulay scale. And there are 6 confirmed deaths in the country. 5 of them occurred in the 5th region. Down here, we're not situated by states or by districts. They're known as regions. In an area called Maule, and Maule is spelled M-A-U-L-E, which is roughly about 95 to 100 kilometers north of Concepcion, which would make it definitely 6 or 7 hours south of Santiago.
So that's Maule. Is that right?
Maule, M-A-U-L-E.
All right.
It's the region for people who know the area or trying to look it up on a map. It's known as the Bio region, and that's spelled B-I-O, like in boy, B-I-O. It was the original capital of Chile at one point, before we moved up to Santiago and to Valparaiso. So right now we have an unconfirmed report that the major bridge between the north and southern sections of the country is out, or at least not operable. I don't know if if there's damage to it to the point where it's fallen apart, or whether it's simply so much debris and stuff that you can't get from one end of the country to the other if you were driving.
Well, as you talk, Rolando, we're seeing pictures of cars lined up on a road, no doubt people trying to evacuate. But you say on your way in, you said the streets were relatively quiet where you were, but I would imagine that's not the case in many other areas.
No, Natalie, because keep in mind, for us down here, it's summertime, right? And this is the end of the summer season. And like many parts of Europe, for example, literally Santiago just is a ghost town during the 4 weeks of February coming into March. And so everyone is finishing up their vacations, so they actually may be streaming, trying to get back to their primary residence. Just to give you an example of the exodus one way or the other, between Friday, which would have been yesterday, and Monday, the volume of cars in Santiago increases by 250,000, and that's people coming back home. So without being able to see what you're seeing, it could very well be that there are people that are trying to get back to Santiago and to their homes to assess the situation.
All right, Rolando Santos, president of CNN Chile. We'll talk with you again. Rolando, thank you very much. Rolando letting us know that there have been 6 confirmed deaths in the country. Also that a major bridge connecting the northern and southern part of the country is not passable. We have with us now Brian